Let's take a look at the tool window, which is in this case on the right side of my screen here, master section. Also have an inspector tab because I have an audio montage selection here. If under file browser, I just drag and drop file here. If I have an audio editor file selected, I only get a master section. So if I close this, go back to my montage, I have right now I have a zoom to fade range. You can click on this little icon here and go back to an overview of the montage tracks from this little icon here. Now, on this montage, I've got two tabs. I'm going to drag the inspector section up here in this section here. I'll just kind of add a tab here. Actually, you can also move the tab around. I'm going to put it as first. And the inspector will show you a clip, a track, and an outputs. So each section is manageable. So if I select the clip, I can just select a clip, for example, and add a channel processing to the stereo channel, mid-side, left, right, mid, side left, etc. directly from here. I can also choose a plugin routing, insert blend wet into dry or parallel, and of course insert a plugin directly from here. In this case, I have a frequency. You can also add more plugin directly from here by clicking on the plus button. If you look on the right here, you have a gain control as well as a panning. So you can easily select a clip and just maybe set a panning and a lower volume for this. And I'll just drag this clip over here, which will be on the same track. But if you notice, this can have a different panning and different volume section here. And when you click between one and the other, you have complete control of the selected clip. Under track, whatever you have here will be applied to the entire track, not just the clip. And again, the same similar options. You have all your plugins available, Steinberg plugins, third-party plugins. You have favorites, recently used. You also have on the right side, again, control and panning connection for the entire track. And under outputs, it's a final stage, which will then go to the master section. And in here, you also have options to plugins, which you can always add more plugins in here by clicking the plus button. And also open a plugin chain directly from here. If we take a look at the master section, I'm going to expand it a little bit. This master section, we have up to 16 effects that we can introduce here. We have a resampling options, so you can do upsampling, downsampling. If you click on it to activate it, you have a little window comes up here and lets you select the output sample rate. You have a master level, in this case it's a montage, so I do have 8 faders for the 8 channels. I have also default channels can be mixed to mono or mixed to stereo. I can link or unlink the faders. They will link right now. If I press and hold Command and click on the faders, it will reset them to 0. I also have the ability to switch between a true peak or digital peak. A final effects and dithering, which allows you to add a final effects and dither before sent to the hardware. A playback processing for room acoustic corrections, so you can have different configuration depending on the room. And a speaker configurations, which allow you to monitor different speaker configurations like stereo, 5.1, 7.1, for example. And that ties into the file section, preferences, audio connections. Right now I have a Dante Virtual Sound Card selected. As you can see, I've got the main playback bus, which is in this case is 7.1 configuration. But under bus number 2, it could be a stereo arrangement configuration, for 2 channels. You can have a third one for 1 here, so you can actually switch between different speaker arrangements and monitor the file that way. You also have the reference tracks, we'll talk about a little bit later, available here. And finally, a rounder button.